Hello, friends. Good morning. My name is Vartika Gupta. Welcome back to another talk show with my YouTube channel Live Your Dreams. Today, I'm excited to host an extraordinary woman on my YouTube show, Moushmi Kapadia ji, a traveler, biker, tracker, and a resilient mom to a child with a rare condition. Mosmi's story is one of courage, self discovery, and unstoppable spirit. As a special mom, raising her son Vedansh, who lives with a rare condition, is quite turning adversity into adventure. If I talk about adventure, how adventure? She has traveled to 21 countries and 26 states in India, often with her son. She has completed 15, maybe I can be a little bit more or less not apt with the count, 20, 15 biking expeditions and 12 tracks while balancing motherhood, caregiving, and career. Overcame a difficult phase of depression herself and rebuilt her identity through fitness, travel, and biking. Buying her first bike in 2013 and never looking back. Her son Vedansh, after a complex spine surgery at age 12, now runs a family business of ice cream parlor and inspires thousands of people through his channel motivation.vedansh. Welcome to our channel, Mosmi.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vartika, for having me over.
So, Mosmi, being a mom to a special child is a profound experience. Can you share with us your journey as a mother and how it shaped your life?
Yes, being a mother itself is a very profound experience, and being a special mom, of course, adds to the experience overall. And my journey has been ups and downs. I mean, I have hit the lowest of the lows in life and learned, grew as a person. It has made me stronger than I ever imagined. I didn't know that as a mom, as a woman, as a human, I can be this strong. You know, uh, my child and motherhood has taught me lots of things, whether it is patience, whether it is courage, whether it is acceptance to the situation. And I think, looking at myself after uh, 21 years of motherhood, I'm a completely different person than what I was. More grounded, more grateful, and more thankful to life.
I really appreciate your zeal for life because I have a little bit of personal journey around the same subject, but yours is a
Okay.
little bit more complex because the condition your kid has, it is a condition which requires a lot of efforts because you have to be there for him before his surgery at least all 24 by 7 for him.
Yes.
And being a mother itself,
Yes.
whenever you're waking up in the morning and seeing your child in that condition itself, I understand as a mother how it feels. And in day to
Yes.
day life, how you have to find your passion again to motivate yourself. It can be anything, like you found it
Yes.
in biking, tracking. I found it through hosting these talk shows and writing. So somewhere down the
Ji.
line, being a mother itself is a little bit of I would say not an easy thing. And then you have a child who has certain condition, and you mentioned one thing. I really loved it. Personally, I really loved it. Like you learn to uh, celebrate small victories, Washmiji. In my personal
Ji.
journey, as a person, as I was growing, I also had that brain wiring, and as I grew up with this journey, I understood how important is to celebrate small victories. Like
Yes.
maybe a little milestone itself. Thank you for sharing your
Yes,
path.
I think, yeah, I think we overlook all these small things, not just in child's life, but in our life as well. We just take things for granted. कि अच्छा ये तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. This is, but when you have a special child, every small step. For example, when Vedansh had his spine surgery, He was on the ventilator. He lost his voice because of the spine surgery. He could not walk. So his walking again, his first step, his first words again after the removal of the ventilator, everything, every small thing that he did, the first food that he again ate, everything was so special. It makes you realize that you take these things for so granted, and when they actually happen after you have lost hope is so invaluable.
True, true. I mean, I can completely connect with that. When you are taking so many things for granted, like, a child is walking, a child is eating, a child is speaking, and being a special mom when your child is achieving those milestones after crossing the defined criteria for that milestone itself. So it is
Yes.
overwhelming, I would say. And then
Yeah,
in that journey, you learn that what life is all about actually, and how we perceive
exactly.
it, and how we should perceive it. Amazing,
Right.
amazing. So how did you first discover your child's unique needs, and how did that change your perspective on parenting itself?
Well, we found out about Vedansh's condition quite early. He was just 1 year old when he started walking. We could see his neck drooping to one side completely, and that just gave us a sense that something somewhere is not right. We started investigation, and by he was 2.5 in November 2006. His diagnosis told us that he has a genetic disorder, and it turned the world around for us. We were completely lost first, um, as to why this condition, and the initial years we were trying to find out the answer to this why, that why my child, why he has to suffer from this, why this condition. And after a few years of investing time, energy, efforts, money, everything into answering that why, we realize that that's not going to solve the problem,
True.
right? He already has a condition which is
Yes.
not curable. We cannot do anything about the disease, and we cannot cure it. So that acceptance, when that acceptance came, that okay, we and he has to stay with that condition throughout his life, that is where the tables turned. When I, as a mother, accepted it, when he, as a child, accepted that, okay, this is my way of life, instead of fighting against it,
Trying
going
to.
with it will, change. So it became less about following the parenting rules that, okay, a child, walking at this age, eating at this age, going to normal school, and the rules of, it was more about understanding, observing, and supporting him in every possible way. Small things, like maybe for Vedansh, going to the beach was a very very big thing. I mean, it's a very small thing for any other child, but so we started accepting that, okay, he has this disease, how can we manage with the disease around, and in this process, not close him down to the four walls of the house, that okay, he has a disease and we just have to protect him from
Yeah.
everything else. So we had to find a balance between letting him be and taking care of him, and not prisoning him because of his disease. So that process actually grew me as a parent, finding that balance for him and for me as well.
So it's a great journey, I would say, when you yourself are discovering yourself as a parent. Because
Yes.
normal parenting is like when the child is born, you have that sort of instinct in yourself, that how you have to take care of the child. And when your child has certain condition, and accordingly you have to, as a mother, you have to change his surroundings and uplift his soul as well, uplift your soul as well. It's very difficult at
Exactly.
times.
Yeah.
And I'm really amazed
Yes.
to see that first word you used, acceptance. A world which is
Yes.
continuously telling you this is the way you have to be, this is the way you not have to be. A world which is continuously running after money and power dynamics, which has that sort of societic pressure itself कि अगर तुमने ये नहीं अचीव किया तो तुमने लाइफ में कुछ नहीं किया, right?
Yeah,
And
actually,
in that
society
way,
now has defined everything so much that if you are a mother, if you are, if you have a child, this is how it has to go. This
exactly.
is has how it has to happen. But when you decide that you don't want to fall in in those societal patterns, it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's a cakewalk, but believe me, you would be a completely different person if you decide to do that.
I can see that in you. Like, I have been following your stories and your page for a long time, and the way you
Thank
pursue
you.
your passion of biking and including Vedansh there. And I would just say that in a date where a parent can be in a such condition, mental condition, that okay, now my child cannot do anything, you have set up him insert family business and he is independently doing it. So to reach that level, it needs lot of things, lot of challenges you might have come across. So if I ask you, as a mother of a special needs child, what are some of the biggest challenges you face in your daily life, and how do you navigate these obstacles?
Well, I think the biggest challenge was, of course, managing Vedansh from the medical point of view.
Okay,
So, I mean, there are, like I said, that him having a condition, there were many things that he wanted to do, and his medical condition always restricted him. Like, for example, he loves to travel. Okay, but with traveling with him is very restrictive, especially in India. And I'm this is really sad that India is not very inclusive of differently abled people. Okay,
very
so
true.
when I recently went to London for a trip, it was very easy to go around with Vedansh in his wheelchair. So he has to travel in a wheelchair. So when I was there, traveling on, say, the local transport, on the roads, on the footpath, anywhere, it was very convenient visiting the attractions. So managing him, traveling with him was very, very easy. But when I'm in India, uh, it's quite a challenge. When I'm going around with a wheelchair with his machines, he's on a breathing machine throughout. So with all of that, that medical needs, the constant worry that what if this doesn't work? What if something goes wrong? I think that has been the biggest challenge for me. That balancing everything. That want to give him what he wants, but there are restrictions as well. So getting through it by staying sane, taking it one day at a time, and reminding myself that, my child needs a calmer version of me. I cannot panic around him, because if I panic, I will transfer that panic onto him as well.
True.
So that has been the biggest challenge. But I I think I worked around that, which got transferred into Vedansh as well. The confidence that he saw in me got transferred to him as well. So now he is confident. So in the beginning, like I said, he wears a breathing machine throughout. In the beginning, when he used to go to public, people have this tendency to keep staring that, oh, what is wrong with this child? And he used to get very conscious about it. But now he's very confident that, okay, let people look at me. This is what I am. This is how I am. I don't need to shy away from this. So I have seen that change in him.
kudos to you because bringing that change for him and yourself, because I'm sure Vedansh is watching you continuously. See, our kids see us, right, first, and he is
Yes,
continuously seeing
yes.
his mother having her goals, having, travel plans, doing this, doing that. I think that brings a lot of motivation. And the one point is that you did not let him be aside. You pulled him along your side and you navigated through that challenging path along with your kid. So that only a mother, I feel that father can also do. But see, a mother has that sort of inbuilt instinct for their child, that protective, that
Right.
uplifting instinct, they have it. So
Again, I
that.
think acceptance comes here, plays the biggest role, because there are times that I have seen that when when a mother doesn't accept a child's condition, whatever it
Hmm,
may be, when I feel that, oh, I need to hide my child, or I need to hide this aspect of my child from the society because it's not normal, that is where the problem is. When I'm not accepting it, how would anyone else see it? How would my child see it? If I see it as a problem, he will also see it as a problem. I don't see it as a problem. I see it very normal. I see it as a part of him, as a part of any normal child. That is why he also started seeing it not as a problem, but as a way of life.
true. I think that acceptance itself is a very long journey, Moshmiji, because
Yes, it
initially
is.
we have that sort of brain wiring. Even if I talk about myself or any of my friends I know, you know in my close vicinity, we have that sort of mindset in the initial stage that we were not able to accept ourselves, and we were trying to hide it, because not because we were not accepting our child, because of the socialitic uh,
Social,
about,
yes.
yeah, socialitic pressure, and maybe, not getting our child being judged brutally or being bullied brutally, because
Exactly.
unfortunately and sadly we live in a society which finds joy with somebody's pain. That's why I normally, many times I have mentioned in many of my talk shows, and this earth needs more of the healers rather than achievers, because whenever
Exactly.
you are not healed yourself, only then you are able to see joy with somebody's pain. Otherwise, as a normal human being, you will perceive somebody's pain with empathetic eyes, right, with compassion. If you
Exactly.
lack that, that
Yes.
means somewhere down the line you need yourself healing. That is my thought process. But amazing. And I
Exactly.
really,
100%.
really one good point which you mentioned, Moshmiji, and I hope this video goes to those authorities and they work on this aspect, because whenever I have also traveled, or some of my friends have also traveled, there are a lot of issues around where they are not too much open with supporting or having a proper support system for such scenarios where we have children who want to. But recently I saw that India Hikes, they arranged hiking experience for children with special needs. But although Vedansh
Wow.
condition is totally different, but yes, they
Ji.
arranged that India Hikes, and I was simply amazed to see that the
Lovely.
the way they
Lovely.
planned it and the way they executed it, maybe but that was amazing.
Hmm.
At least some
Yeah.
change is coming, change of mindset
Exactly.
is coming. We will be, that's a lot of big responsibility you are taking, bundle of kids who have certain special needs. But that change,
Exactly.
to see that change itself is a blessing.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
so, Mosmiji, other than this part, mother, you are also a passionate biker. Okay. So, how has biking helped you cope up with challenges you face as a mom? Do you see it as a form of a self care?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 200%. I mean, biking for me is like therapy. It's like it gives me moments to breathe, clear my mind, and feel free. It's like it's not an escape from my reality or my responsibility. It just recharges me, that I can come back stronger, more sane to my reality, and deal with it in a better version of myself. It's like meditation, you know. And I feel any passion that you live, whether it be, biking, whether it be yoga, whether it be cooking, painting, anything that you like to do for yourself, I think that's meditation. it
True.
it just gives you your me time,
Yes.
lets you understand, talk to yourself, understand you better, calm you down. So that is what biking does for me. When I'm riding, when inside my helmets, I'm thinking to myself, I'm talking to myself. It's like therapy.
True, true. I think you mentioned that meditation, people are mostly not clear what is meditation and what should be a meditative practice. They are so much
Ji.
confused around that. They think like that just, meditation means closing your eyes,
Exactly. Yeah, people think meditation
chanting.
is
Yeah,
sitting at one place, closing your eyes, and chanting. Meditation has a lot of forms. Lot of forms. Anything that brings you peace, I think that's meditation.
true, true. Very apt and something which is, which baselines all sort of meditations. Meditation is like something which is bringing you peace, something which is helping you out to regularize your emotions, your well-being, you know.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
So I know you are a passionate biker also. So being a mom and a biker, how do you ensure that you are balancing your personal passion and your responsibilities as a mother? How do you carve out time for yourself?
Well, I plan my rides or my trips. I think the problem arises when the balance is not maintained. Okay, I always say this to everyone that everything in life is about balance. So um, the problem arises when we do only one side of the balance. Okay, I'm a mom. I'm also me. Okay, being a mom does not erase my identity. It enhances what I am. So when I'm planning, I plan trips with Vedansh also. We both, like I said, he loves to travel. So we have trips where we both are traveling, or we are traveling as a family. So I do both of them, again, balancing both of them. When I go for my own trip, it's my me time. When I'm with him, I am a mom. I think most of the women, especially Indian women, I have seen the mistake that we do is we only stay a mom after becoming a mom. We forget that we exist. I, as an individual, exist. I have an identity as an individual. And you feel that, it's, and again, I think that's a societal pressure. The society has created a box where a mom needs to fit, that you
And
all
then
you
you are
need
a special
to.
mom. And then you are a special mom. Just think about
Oh,
it.
yes. Yeah, you go a notch higher. That, oh, you are a
Yeah.
special mom. You have to, I mean, not think of anything else except your child's well
Yes.
being. Of course, you have to think of your child's well being. You have to be there when, he or she needs you. Nobody can do that except what and how you can do. But thinking that I am the only one who can do it, nobody else, I think that's a trap. So I have many special moms asking me this, that don't you have mom guilt? I was like, what is this term, first of all? I mean, I never understood mom guilt term, first of all. Okay. And there was a mom who told me this, that she was mom to a special child, and she said कि मुझे उसकी आंखों में दिखता है that um, don't leave me and go. I said, that's not in her eyes, that's in your mind.
Yes.
You are portraying it on your child, that, okay, my child feels that I should not leave. So I think this is ये जो mom guilt का term, I think जो define, I don't know, बनाया गया है ना, you got to come out of that. It's a trap. Please don't fall into that. It's not, please don't think. I still get so many comments, so many negative comments, even when I share on my Instagram that, I'm traveling or and people think that, kaisi maa hai, you're just leaving your child to travel and to, do bike rides. And see, people are going to judge you. They are going to say what they are going to say. They have not come in your times of need. They were not there when you were taking care of your child. Okay. So
बहुत अच्छी
they're
माँ
going to
है,
do them.
बहुत अच्छी माँ है, बिकॉज वो अपने बच्चे को आउट ऑफ पिटी नहीं पालना चाहती है, वो अपने बच्चे को आउट ऑफ केयर, आउट ऑफ लव पालना चाहती है. सो बहुत अच्छी माँ है. सी पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड
Yeah,
दैट.
so the problem is, yeah, the problem is I'm not in that societal box. I don't fall in that societal box that, okay, if I am a special mom, mera duty hai to take care of my child, sacrifice my needs, my wants, my desires, and be the Balidan ki Devi and not do anything for myself. All I need to do is take care of my son. Okay. So that is what the society has defined a special mom to be. And
Very
if you
true.
don't fall into that, people are going to say what they are going to say. But finding balance and keeping yourself sane, because I know a happy mom can raise a happy child.
Yes.
So that's finding balance and doing both my roles of taking care of my child and taking care of me with balance.
Very important, Mosmi ji, and thank you for bringing out this very important point in this talk show, because most of the societic pressure is on moms only when certain conditions arise with child ke saath ya kuch bhi, and
Ji.
breaking that barrier, and making a mom realize this thing, this barrier, after spending 15-20 years of her life, that she did not took over some passion, and she did not took over that passion as her therapy, to be more happy and to be more joyful when she is with her child, you know. And you said
Exactly.
happy
Yeah.
moms
Yeah.
raise happy kids. That's so true. If you are not happy yourself, you will be just bursting out your burnouts unconsciously on your child or on your
Exactly.
family members or your surroundings, whatever. If you are happy, you will be
Yes.
happy. So a lovely
Exactly.
ma'am. And I am sure that you might have have lot of lessons you might have learned from children, because I as a mom feel that I have learned and groomed myself as a human being and as a mom a lot being with my kid. He taught me lot of life lessons. So what are some most important life lessons you learned with raising Vedansh, and how these lessons influence the way you approach your biking adventure?
Well, I think the first and the foremost is patience. You have to be patient, you have to be resilient, and live in the moment. I mean, especially with, differently abled kids, patience is the topmost thing you have to have. You can't
You
be
learned it
like,
hard way.
okay, a very hard way, yes. You want to solve things. You just want solutions for everything. But when with patience, you realize that there are some things that you can't solve. You have to be patient with whatever is happening, however it is happening. And you have to be resilient. You have to be strong headed, that come what may. And I have learned this from Vedansh. Okay. So when Vedansh was going to have his surgery, it was a life threatening spine surgery. Okay. And he was only 12 years old then. And the doctor said that anything can happen at the operation table. He may be on the ventilator forever. We may not be able to bring him out of the ventilator. And I shared this with Vedansh, that Vedansh, this is what the doctor is saying, that it might not be possible to wean you off the ventilator. And he told me that, why think that way, mama? Why can't we think that I will come out of the ventilator? So that, I mean, I was like, at 12, if he can think
Yeah,
that way, why
it's
can't
too.
I think that way? Why am I thinking the negative? Why am I thinking the worst? He is so resilient that if he puts his mind to something, and this resilience in him has got him till here. I mean, the doctors had said that he won't be able to live for more than 4 5 years maximum. He's 21 right now, and this is sheer resilience in, in his mind, that क्यों नहीं हो सकता, anything is
Amazing.
possible if you imagine. So I think patience and resilience is something, and this helps me on the roads as well. I have to be patient, I have to stay alert and enjoy the journey, rather than thinking and rushing to reach my destination. I'm enjoying when I am riding, I am enjoying the movement, I'm being steady, I'm being alert. So I think my personal life has assisted my passion in a lot of ways.
True. Like coming up from Vedansh itself, as you mentioned, it's a very young age from a child, like 12 years, who is so
Yeah,
fierce, so bold, and not at all afraid of going because he was so young. I think
exactly.
he's a blessed child, and you're a blessed mom. That that sort of
Absolutely.
patience and resilience. These two qualities are often ignored in our day-to-day life because we live in a hustle-based society these days.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
then when you have certain scenarios in life where a moment comes, Mosmi ji, that is a
Mm.
part of journey of acceptance itself, where you realize that your journey is differently designed by God, and you will not be able to find solutions or correct or remove barriers just using your logical brain. You have to trust the journey.
Absolutely.
You have to just enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride, and stop thinking about the destination itself, like what my child is going to do when he or she will be in their uh,
Exactly.
crossing
So
their
I
teenage.
say this to many people, that he is not a special child. I am a special mom because I have him. So God has chosen me. I am the special mom to take care of him. So, there's a difference.
All credit goes, ma'am. It's good. Even I feel like that. We
Exactly.
such moms are special moms actually, and I would say every
Exactly.
mom is a special mom, extra special mom.
Extra special.
And seriously, I feel like for this part that God chose me and my child soul chose me because they knew
Exactly.
that this lady will be able to navigate through.
Exactly.
So that is how it goes. Like God chose you also, and the child soul chose you also because he or she
Exactly.
knew
So
that you
that
will
makes
be able
us
to.
it makes us double special.
Yeah, that was special. Okay, Moshmi ji, there is often a societal stigma around, both raising a child with special needs and being a woman in a male dominating activity like biking. You already mentioned also, and we all know that by default, if we talk about biking, it's a male dominated activity as per societic perception. So, how you have dealt with
Exactly.
any stereotypes or judgments from others? There might be a lot of judgments around the same.
Oh yes, oh yes. There were, and there are still, and I'm sure there'll be people, because see, people have opinions. Okay, people are going to have opinion. Come what you do, you do what they say. You do what they think. Still, they will have opinions. You do what you think. You do what you want. Still, they will have opinions. I would rather do it my way and hear the opinions rather than listen to the society and listen to their opinions. So I focus on my child. I focus on my happiness and my purpose. Okay. I have learned to ignore the noise. I think you have to be very selective whom you actually listen to.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
There
true.
are people who speak from experience, who speak from um their past experiences, failures, and there are people who speak from fears. Okay. So you have to be selective. There are some people who will tell you that you cannot do that.
Hmm.
You are not supposed to do that. That is fear talking. And they are trying to install that fear in you. कि ये नहीं करना है. This is not right. This is not what you are supposed to do. And then there are people who will tell you that if you do it this way, you might not succeed because I have done it this way. You can do it in a different way. There is a difference.
Yeah.
So, like I always say that किससे सलाह लेनी है वो सोच के लेना है. कोई अपने एक्सपीरियंस से बोलता है and कोई फियर से.
True.
So I have had friends in my life who have told me that how can you be this mom? How can you leave your child and just go, just travel?
Hmm.
Basically, how can you be happy? And I always said that I don't want to sit around and crib and cry that oh mera bacha, bechara bacha, he's suffering and increase his suffering. I want to be confident. I want to be myself. I want to chase my dreams because I want to teach them to chase theirs.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bad example for them. I don't want them to pity themselves. कि हाय बेचारा मैं. I want them to be confident. I want them to go out there and live their life no matter what. So I am doing that. I am going out there living my life no matter what.
You are living your dreams actually.
Yes, I don't, and my life doesn't need anyone's approval.
That's the best
I,
part.
at my heart, I know, yeah, I know what I am doing. I'm true to myself. I am kind. I'm thoughtful. That's all that I need to think about. I'm not hurting anyone or anyone's sentiments. That's all I need to. किसी का approval नहीं चाहिए. किसी का good mom का batch नहीं चाहिए. I'm happy.
Batch मिलेगा भी नहीं ma'am. Because I believe in one thing now. Throughout my life journey, I've been not just kid part, lot of other experiences in life, and I understood one thing, that being a girl, I was raised, to have that sort of brain wiring that you have to be in self-sacrificing mode. You have to seek validation from others for, and that's good girl syndrome. It took me years to come out of it, and
It's a
when
trap. It's a
yeah, it's a
societal
trap.
trap that as a mom, you have to be this. As a daughter, you have to be this. As every women role have been defined by the society that if you do this, you are a good mom. If you do this, you are a good wife. If you do this, you are a good daughter. And the entire life, you are trying to fit yourselves inside all these boxes and just
True.
forget about your own identity, what you want to do, what makes you happy. There have been times when I ask women that, what is your passion? And they are lost. They don't know. उनको क्या अच्छा लगता है, that they don't know.
Yes.
It is so heartbreaking that as a person, I don't know what I like. So they'll be like cooking for my child, घर का ख्याल रखना. I mean that's not your passion. That okay, if that gives you happiness, well and good. But there has to be something, you have to do something entirely for yourself, and it should not be dependent on anyone. Neither your kids, neither your husband, nor your family, nor your friend, no one. I mean,
Amazing.
I know maybe I think 2-3% of women out there जो कॉन्फिडेंटली ये बोल सकती हैं that okay, this is my passion and this is what keeps me sane, happy. It's really sad.
It is very sad, actually. I am also part of that journey, and there was one moment which came to my life, and I realized one thing. And agar I have very beautiful souls around me. I'm very blessed. I feel very grateful to universe and God because I
Mhm.
feel very blessed. मेरी जो journey रही life की,
Mhm.
उसने मुझे एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन इंसान बनाया. And that's why I want to advocate for this inclusivity and diversity in society. And मेरी लाइफ जर्नी
Right.
में ऑटोमेटिकली आई एम गेटिंग अलाइन टू दोज पीपल. सो आई अंडरस्टूड वन पॉइंट वेरी क्लियरली मौसमी जी कि मैं अगर अपना शीश काट के भी चढ़ा दूंगी तो भी मैं अच्छी नहीं बन पाऊंगी और मैं उनकी अपनी नहीं बन पाऊंगी. देन आई रियलाइज कि फोकस गलत जगह है. And it took lot of effort and lot of healing and lot of time to come out of that brain wiring itself when the focus shifted to myself कि
We are
अगर
nurtured that way since childhood. बचपन से अपने को यही सिखाया जाता है दैट sacrifice करो, एडजस्ट करो, अकोमोडेट करो, खुद को लास्ट रखो, यू नो, मतलब खुद के लिए कुछ करना इज सेल्फिश.
yes, वही एक्चुअली गलत है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सिखाना ये चाहिए कि तुम्हें एक बेहतरीन इंसान कैसे बनना है. ऑटोमेटिकली बाकी सब चीज़ें तो
एग्जैक्टली.
अलाइन हो ही जाएंगी. ह्यूमन वैल्यूज आर लैकिंग
एग्जैक्टली.
दीज सोसाइटी. ह्यूमन वैल्यूज छोड़ दो. जैसे
यस.
आपने एक चीज मेंशन करी विच टच्ड माय हार्ट दैट व्हेन वेदांश यूज्ड टू गो आउट पीपल यूज्ड टू स्टेयर एट हिम लाइक एंड दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट पीपल समटाइम्स. चलिए वेदांश का एक अलग कंडीशन है. जैसे जो ऑटिस्टिक बच्चे होते हैं या वैसा बच्चे होते हैं, ठीक है, दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ सुपरविजन इज नीडेड. बट आई डोंट थिंक कि वो बच्चा डिजर्व नहीं करता है या उसको एक अलग तरीके से देखना चाहिए या ट्रीट करना चाहिए. राइट, ठीक है, एक
एग्जैक्टली.
सुपरविजन रखना चाहिए बिकॉज उस बच्चे के अंदर कोई ऐसी चीजें हैं ब्रेन वायरिंग की जो दैट चाइल्ड कैन नॉट एक्नॉलेज प्रॉपरली एंड प्रोसेस प्रॉपरली with other kids and his or her surroundings. So you have to keep that supervision, but that sort of inclusivity should come. एंड आई थिंक पेरेंट्स जो है ना जिनके बच्चों का कुछ ऐसा कंडीशन नहीं है, दे शुड टीच देयर चिल्ड्रन. इवन everybody should teach their children that how you have to be more inclusive, how you have to be more human centric.
इंक्लूसिव.
दिस बुलिंग थिंग एंड दिस शुड नॉट बी बिकॉज बच्चे
यस.
कहाँ से देख रहे हैं. हम कब पैदा होते हैं ना, हम सोल की तरह पैदा होते हैं. एंड हम इतनी सारी लेयरिंग्स चढ़ाते हैं ना अपनी सराउंडिंग से, इतनी सारी. और जब हम वो लेयरिंग्स हटाते हैं ना तो बहुत रोना होता है, बहुत सारा पेन, एंगर, बहुत सारी चीजें निकलती हैं फिर उस लेयरिंग
यस.
से. और फिर बैक टू हम जा
यस.
तो रही होती है ना, वो सर्कल तो वही कंप्लीट हो रहा है ना, सोल बनने ही जा रहा है ना. सोल तो प्योर ही होती
जी.
है ना सबकी एज अ चाइल्ड, राइट.
हाँ जी. जी.
दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ
राइट.
वायरिंग बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Okay, Moushmi ji,
हम्म.
what message would you give to other moms raising special needs children, especially those who may feel overwhelmed, like those who are in the initial stage itself, and how do you keep your dreams alive while navigating the complexities of motherhood?
Well, I think the first and the foremost thing, you have to realize that you are way, way stronger than you think. आपको लगता है कि ये तो मुझसे नहीं होगा, आई कांट डू दिस, कुछ देखो, कुछ अलग करने के लिए, चेंज करने के लिए, देयर इज डिस्कम्फर्ट इज गोइंग टू हैपन. ओके,
True.
चेंज इज नेवर कंफर्टेबल, never, never comfortable. But thinking that you can't do it is not the right way to go about it. You are way stronger. And I always say it is mind over matters. If you think, if you decide, anything, I'm telling you, anything you, it is mind over matters. Just it's here that you have to tell yourself that I want to do this or I want to become this. And it is okay. It is okay to feel overwhelmed. It is okay to feel low. It is okay to cry. It is okay to not feel all right. It is absolutely fine to be overwhelmed. And just in this process, don't forget yourself. अपने आप को मत खो दो अपनी मदरहुड की जर्नी में. डोंट लूज योर सेल्फ. Like I always say this, that motherhood doesn't erase your identity, it enhances it. If you become a mom, you don't lose yourself as a person. You are a person, an individual first, and then you are a mom. So please keep on chasing your dreams, keeping them alive. If you chase them slowly, even that's fine. One small step is also moving ahead, however small it may be. And again, like I mentioned before, a happy mom raises a happy child. Your aim should be to keep yourself happy,
Exactly.
not just to raise a child. Give, I mean, you are an example for your child. What you do, you are teaching them. They will copy what you do. If you are confident, they will copy that. If you chase your dreams, they will copy that. So give them an example you want them to become. If you are underconfident, I'm sorry, you will transfer that to the kid. So just stay strong. It's okay to get overwhelmed. Chase your dreams. Just slowly also is fine. Be happy and raise a happy child.
Very nice, Moushmi ji. And this life lesson goes with every mom, either special, non-special, because I think socially we are bound. When we become a mom, we are bound to think like that. I think every mom, each and every single mom on this earth, they should try to figure out what is their passion. I am sure each one of us have one passion, right? Passion
Exactly.
means it can be
Yep.
something which makes you feel, happy or complete, or
Happy.
at
Yep.
peace.
Yep.
So that
Yep.
sort of finding out that passion, it should be aligned with each and every mom. And then, you know if you have that sort of passion balanced with your life, with your motherhood journey, you will be more happy and you will be raising a more happy kid. See, one thing I made, for this journey made me realize that I should never pass on my burnouts to my child. Unconsciously, sometimes we do that, but the moment you realize it, you have to figure it out, right? You have to find a root
I
cause and you have to
there
work on it.
is a very great saying, I've mentioned this a lot of time before, that if you don't heal, you will bleed on the people who have not hurt you. So if I
Exactly.
don't heal, I will bleed on my kids. I will pass my trauma on to them. So healing is not only important for yourself, it is important for your kids as well.
Very important, very important. And people just associate healing as, to some therapeutic measures or some clinical help. It's not about that
Exactly.
always. In some worst cases, yes, we have to start the journey from there. If you have reached certain,
Mhm.
lot of damage has been done and it has been overlooked for a lot many years, then definitely
Yes.
clinical help might be needed at the initial stage. But what will keep you going will be something which you have to figure out.
Uh, I will like to add something here, that taking counseling, help from a counselor. Please don't consider this as, I don't know what to call this, that, people think pagal hai wo. Only mad people or only people who are psychic take counseling. I
Yeah,
mean, this is such a big
bullshit.
societal taboo. I don't know why that taking counseling is, I mean, I always say this, that when you have fever, what do? Don't you go to the doctor? Don't you take medicine? It is a physical illness that you are treating. This is a mental illness that needs to be taken care of. There are two things to your health, right? There is mental health, there is physical health.
Yes.
Mental health is equally important to physical health. I think it is rather more important than physical health.
Yes.
So, taking care of your mental health should not be a taboo or a shush shush in the society, that, oh, I still take counseling. I still go to counselor because it helps me deal with my emotions. The counselor is my emotion doctor. Like a general physician is my physical doctor. I mean, it is as simple as that. I don't know why do we make it so complicated that there
Correct.
is a doctor for your emotions, there is a doctor for your body, and you should visit them as and when required.
And Mosmi ji, the thing is that if you don't address your emotions as a mother, if you don't regularize them properly in a positive manner, how will you help your child to who is already suffering? You know that itself is a suffering
Exactly.
because they are also missing something in their childhood. That sort of maybe running around, maybe that sort of normal bonding with other children. That because
Yes.
most of the times children are not able to reciprocate what and how they are trying to express, so that sort of
Exactly.
journey for them itself is a little bit of, I would say, at times it becomes a lonely journey where they are suffering alone.
It
So if
becomes,
as a
yes.
mother if as a mother you are not addressing your issues properly, you are still stuck to some sort of stigma or taboos around seeking help for yourself, how will you help your child, I
Mm,
would say? You
exactly.
can't.
Exactly. Yep.
Thank you, Mosmi ji, and uh, it was a pleasure to talk to you here. And I'm sure whosoever watches this talk show, lot of people, because I would say, Mosmi ji, over the time I have been following some surveys also last 3 4 years, and
Mhm.
out of 10,
Mhm.
at least 4 kids these days have some issues around the spectrum which we are talking about. And
Mhm. Mhm.
40% is not by any means, it's not a less percentage if we see.
Exactly.
So I hope
Yeah.
there are a lot of parents who are in their initial stage of their journey of acceptance itself, who are there in their next level journey, which also you have crossed acceptance after acceptance, and somebody who is there who has just realized their passion also as a mom or as a parent. So I hope
Mhm.
that, friends, that Moshmi ji's life journey will help you to navigate through life's challenges boldly like her. And Moshmi is a reminder that self love isn't selfish, it's essential. If you
It
feel
is.
like that being a mom, you cannot have self love or self empathy towards yourself, some compassion towards yourself, it's not true. It's essential. And her story will
Yes.
inspire you to pause, reflect, love yourself a little more, and live your dreams just as boldly she is living. Thank you, friends. Watch the full episode on YouTube channel Live Your Dreams. Sayonara until we meet and talk again. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.